गुड मॉर्निंग क्लास। तो आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ अ सिस्टम ऑफ रजिस्टर्स। टिल डेट हम अभी तक सिर्फ सिंपल रजिस्टर की बात कर रहे थे कि व्हाट इज रजिस्टर, ऑन हाउ मैनी फैक्टर्स दिस रेजिस्टेंस और दिस रजिस्टर डिपेंड्स. Then we talked about resistivity, potential drop and current and the circuit. From today onward, we will not discuss about single resistance or single resistor. We will discuss system of resistor. Okay, if this is a single resistor, this is resistor and its resistance is R. ठीक है, तो simply we can say that this resistor have resistance R. Right बच्चों, resistance is R. But what if we do not have only single resistance or single resistor, we have system of resistors. System of resistor means, let if we have R1, R2, R3 and so on, and these resistors are connected in different ways, then how we calculate the net resistance due to this system. So today's topic is based on, if we have multiple resistor, then how we can calculate the net resistance due to the multiple resistors. Okay, so for this we have two methods of joining these multiple resistors. One is we can connect it in series, resistor in series, and second method to connect multiple resistors is in parallel way. So resistor in parallel. What happen when we connect resistor in series and when resistors are connected in parallel? We will see one by one. So first heading is when resistors are connected in series. Resistor connected in series means you have two resistors. This is R1 and this is R2. This is point A, this is point B, this is point C, this is point D. If you connect these two resistors in such a way that point B of resistor R1 is connected with point C with resistor R2, so this kind of arrangement is known as series. You can see that these resistors are connected in series. So this type of arrangement is known as that resistor is connected in series. Means when two or more resistors are connected end to end, this is one end of R1, this is one end of R2. When two or more resistors are connected one end to end to each other, then they are said to be in series. Right? If you have one more resistance R3 over here and its point is EF, and you connect it like this is R3, this is point E is connected to another end of D, and this point will be F. Right? So this type of arrangement is known as resistor in series. Now what happens when resistors are connected in series? Let me show you. If you have three resistors connected in series like this, so these are the three resistors connected in series, R1, R2 and R3. Now these resistors are connected with a battery and the potential of the battery is V. Here we connected a key. By this key we can open or close the circuit. If you want to close the circuit, this key must be closed, right? And if the circuit is closed, then a current I will flow. Then the current I will flow. So this is the potential potential across the battery V, and this is the current I that is flowing throughout the circuit. This current is due to this potential battery drop, right? You applied a battery here. Due to this battery or due to this cell, this current I is flowing. When this current I flow through the circuit, this current I is flowing, comes here like this, Now, as the current I goes through this R1, then a potential drop will occur at this point R1. Then I moves forward. Then again it passes through R2. Then a potential drop occur here. Then again current move forward and a potential drop occur through this resistance R3, and the current will flow in such a manner. So the potential drop across R1 will be, by using Ohm's law, as we know, V equals to IR. So the potential drop across R1 will be V1, that is IR1. So V1 equals to IR1. Potential drop across R2 will be V2, that is IR2. So the potential drop V2 will be IR2 and the potential drop V3 will be IR3. But you can see that the net potential, the total potential across this terminal A and B is V. The net potential is V here because we applied V potential. So the net potential across this terminal A and B is V. So this V will become equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. As the total potential is V here, so from point A to B, the net potential is V. But this V is divided into V1, V2, V3 due to this current and potential drop. So V will become V equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. As we know from Ohm's law, V equals to IR. So we can write V equals to IR, and V1 is IR1 and V2 is IR2 and V3 is IR3. Current will remain same throughout the circuit because this is a single loop. So current will remain same. If current is I here, then same I current flow throughout the circuit. So I get cancelled. What we will get? R equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3. What does that mean? That if two or more resistors are connected in series, then the net resistance will be the addition of these three resistance or these number of resistance. If we have 4 resistance over here like R4 up to R4, then the net resistance will be R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus R4. So what if resistors are connected in parallel? Resistor in parallel. What does that mean? That means when two or more resistors are connected between 2 points, then this arrangement is said to be parallel combination of resistor. What does that mean? That you have 2 points like this and you have multiple number of resistor, like this is R1, this is R2, this is R3, and now we want to connect these resistance in parallel way. So to connect these resistance in parallel, for this all the ends of these resistances A, B, C are connected to that point, and all these points D, E, F will connected to this point. That means these points A, B, C will connect to that point. This is A, this is B, this is C. This is resistance R1, this is R2, this is R3. And these points of resistance D, E, F, D, E, F, D, E, F will connect it to this point. If this kind of arrangement take place, then this is known as resistors connected in parallel way. That means if you combine all the 3 points together, and if you combine all the 3 points together and bind them to these two particular 2 points, then this kind of arrangement is known as resistor connected in parallel. Okay. Now, how we can calculate the net resistance if these resistance are connected in parallel? What formula we will use? So to know this, Let's consider again a circuit, that you have a circuit, you applied a battery here V, and this is the key, and these are the 2 points in between. You connected the resistance 1, 2 and 3. All right. Now due to this battery a current I will flow. I current is flowing. Now at this point, let this is point 1 and this is point 2. At this point 1, this current is divided in 3 different paths. Since at this point the circuit is split in 3 parts, so I will also split in 3 parts. So this here I current will be I1, I2 and I3. So I1 current will flow through R1, I2 current will flow through R2 and I3 current will flow through R3. So the potential drop across R1 will be, as per the Ohm's law, V equals to IR. So the potential drop across this point is V equals to I1 R1, and the potential drop across R2 will be V2 equals to I2 R2, and the potential drop across R3 will be V3 equals to I3 R3. Now this current I1 comes here, I2 comes here, I3 comes here, and then these currents are get combined together, and here we will get I. So this current I will flow throughout the circuit. And now you can see from here that the potential drop across these points, this point and this point, is V only, because you applied the battery in between these 2 points. Alright, so the potential drop across these 2 points, 1 and 2 point, will be V only. And you can see from here that at point 1 and 2 potential drop V equals to I1 R1, and similarly it is for R2 the potential drop is I2 R2, and for resistance R3 the potential drop is I3 R3. So these potential V1, V2, V3 is nothing but V only, because we applied potential V here. So this V will be same for all these 3 resistors V, right? So V will become, this is I1, this is I2, this is I3. So we will become I1 R1 equals to I2 R2 equals to I3 R3. That means V1 equals to V2 equals to V3 equals to V. So by using this, you can see that this current I is get splitted in 3 parts over here. I equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3. So I equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3, because this is the net current I, and at this point this net current I is splitted over 3 parts. So I equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3. From here you can say I1 is nothing but V1 upon R1, and I2 is nothing but V2 upon R2, and I3 is nothing but V3 upon R3. So by putting these value, I equals to V upon R, as V equals to IR, so I equals to V upon R. So I equals to V upon R, and I1 equals to V1 upon R1 plus V2 upon R2 plus V3 upon R3. But you can see from here that V1 equals to V3, V2 equals to V3 equals to V only. So by putting this relation in this equation, we will get V upon R equals to V upon R1 plus V upon R2 plus V upon R3. V get cancelled. So what we will get? 1 upon R equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. So for the parallel combination resistance, the net resistance will be like this only, 1 upon R net. R net is net resistance of this arrangement. Net resistance of this arrangement equals to 1 upon R net equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. In series, you have seen net resistance is R1 plus R2 plus R3. But for parallel combination, you've seen that 1 upon R net equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. So this is the resistor in series and resistor in parallel connections.